Good morning, students. See today's problem. Today's problem is very important and interesting. X Limited invited applications for issuing 5 lakhs equity shares of rupees 10 each at par. The amount per share was payable as follows. On application, rupee 1 per share. On allotment, rupees 2 per share. On first call, rupees 3 per share. On first call rupees 3 per share, and on second and final call the balance. The face value of shares is rupees 10. On application 1, allotment 2 and first call 3 means total amount taken from shareholder till first call will be 6 rupees. So the balance, that is second and final call, will be of rupees 4. Okay. Applications for 8 lakh shares were received. Applications for 1 lakh shares were rejected and pro rata allotment was made to the remaining applicants. From 8 lakhs, they have rejected 1 lakh shares, means to the applicants of 7 lakh shares, they have allotted 5 lakhs equity shares as pro rata allotment. So, the ratio of pro rata allotment will be 7 lakhs to 5 lakhs, that is 7:5. Okay. Excess money received with applications was adjusted towards sums due on allotment. All the excess application money will be adjusted towards allotment money. All calls were made. Now the important part. Ashok, a shareholder holding 5,000 shares, failed to pay the allotment and call money. This shareholder, that is Ashok, company has allotted him 5,000 shares. He has failed to pay the allotment and call money. So, we have to calculate here the shares applied by Ashok. Okay. Then there is one more shareholder, Mohan, a shareholder who had applied for 7,000 shares, failed to pay the first and second and final call. Means Mohan has paid application money and allotment money, and he has failed to pay the first call and second and final call. We have to calculate shares allotted to him, that is to Mohan, by the company. Shares of Ashok and Mohan were forfeited after second and final call. Of the forfeited shares, 8,000 shares were reissued at rupees 12 per share, fully paid up. So, shares of Mohan and Ashok were forfeited, and after forfeiture, company reissued 8,000 shares only out of the total shares of Ashok and Mohan, and these shares were reissued at rupees 12 per share, fully paid up, means shares are reissued at premium. The reissued shares included all the forfeited shares of Ashok. This information is given to calculate capital gain in last entry to be transferred to capital reserve. नंतर हे मी एक्सप्लेन करणार आहे. So pass necessary journal entries for the above transactions in the books of X Limited. Now we have to start solving this problem. First we have to prepare working note. Okay, let's start. So in this problem we will pass journal entries here and we prepare first working note here. Working notes. This is the first working note. आपल्याला माहिती आहे की आपण वर्किंग नोटसाठी चार्ट तयार करतो. सो दिस इज द चार्ट प्रिपेअर्ड. शेअर्स अप्लाइड वी विल राइट हियर. शेअर्स अलॉटेड टू द शेअरहोल्डर्स. ॲप्लिकेशन मनी रिसिव्ड. ॲप्लिकेशन मनी ट्रान्सफर्ड टू कॅपिटल अकाउंट. excess application money received. Allotment money due. Amount adjusted to allotment account, means we will adjust excess application money to allotment account, and if there is extra amount we will give it as refund, or if the shares were rejected we will give refund of those shares. Okay, so let's start now. See the problem. Here they told us that company has issued 5 lakhs equity shares of rupees 10 each at par. Means in this problem there is no premium. Applications for 8 lakh shares were received. So total applications received were 8 lakhs. I will write here 8 lakhs. Okay, and now we have to allot 5 lakh shares. Shares allotted will be 5 lakhs, which is given in the problem. There are two categories as they told us. Applications for 1 lakh shares were rejected. So first category we will write of 1 lakh shares. So 1 lakh shares here. From 8 lakh, 1 lakh shares were rejected. So second category will be of 7 lakhs shares. Applications for 1 lakh shares were rejected and pro rata allotment was made to the remaining applicant, that is applicants of 7 lakh shares. Okay. Here shares allotted to these applicants is nil and the company has allotted 5 lakhs shares to the applicants of 7 lakhs shares. Okay. So here the pro rata ratio is 7:5. 7:5. Understood? ज्यांनी 7 शेअर्ससाठी अप्लाय केले त्यांना 5 शेअर्स देण्यात आलेले आहेत. दिस इज अ रेशो ऑफ प्रो रेटा अलॉटमेंट बिटवीन द शेअर होल्डर्स. नाव लेट्स कॅल्क्युलेट द ॲप्लिकेशन मनी रिसिव्ड. हिअर ऑन 1 lakh shares application money is ₹1 per share. So 1 lakh into ₹1, that will be 1 lakh. Amount received from these shareholders whom the company has rejected the shares is ₹1 lakh. And now about these shareholders send applications on 7 lakhs shares. So 7 lakhs into ₹1, that is 7 lakhs. Okay, so application money total received is 8 lakhs. As application money is ₹1, the company has received application money total 8 lakhs. Understood? But they have rejected the shares to these shareholders, that is of category 1. So application money transferred to capital account will be nil in case of these shares. And in case of these shares allotted 5 lakhs into ₹1, that is 5 lakhs will be transferred to capital account. Okay, so total of this column is 5 lakhs. Understood? Now the next step. कळतंय सगळ्यांना? 1 लाख शेअर्सची ॲप्लिकेशन्स रिजेक्ट करण्यात आलेली आहेत, त्यामुळे त्यांची कोणतीही अमाऊंट कॅपिटल अकाउंटला जाणार नाही. 7 lakhs शेअर्ससाठी ॲप्लिकेशन केलेल्यांना 5 lakhs शेअर्स अलॉट करण्यात आलेले आहेत. सो अलॉट केलेले शेअर्स इंटू ॲप्लिकेशन मनी विल बी ट्रान्सफर्ड टू शेअर कॅपिटल अकाउंट. ओके, नाव द एक्सेस ॲप्लिकेशन मनी रुपीज. In case of these shares, the excess application money will be 7 lakhs into 5 lakhs, that is 2 lakhs. And in case of these shares, all the money received on these applications will be the excess application money. So 1 lakh and 2 lakhs. So total excess application money will be 3 lakhs. Now allotment money due. There will not be any amount due on rejected shares, so nil. And on these shares, allotment money will be these shareholders, that is category 2nd shareholders were allotted 5 lakh shares. So 5 lakhs into allotment money is ₹2. So their allotment money due will be 10 lakhs. Understood? Total allotment money due will be 10 lakhs. Now amount adjusted towards allotment. In case of rejected share, no amount will be adjusted with allotment. So all the money will be refunded to these shareholders because their applicants are rejected. Now about these shareholders, allotment money due is 10 lakhs and their excess application money received is 2 lakhs. So 2 lakhs amount will be adjusted with allotment account. 2 lakhs. So total amount adjusted with allotment account is 2 lakhs. Here the refund will be nil. No amount will be refunded to these shareholders. So total refund will be given 1 lakh rupees to the rejected applicants. Understood? सगळ्यांना कळलंय वर्किंग नोट कशी केली आहे ते. 1 लाख शेअर्ससाठी ज्यांनी ॲप्लिकेशन केलं होतं त्यांना काहीच शेअर्स अलॉट केलेले नसल्यामुळे त्यांचा जो ॲप्लिकेशन मनी रिसिवड आहे तो सगळ्याच्या सगळा एक्सेस ॲप्लिकेशन मनी आहे आणि तो कुठेही ॲडजस्ट न करता तो रिफंड म्हणून परत दिला जाईल. बिकॉज द कंपनी हॅज रिजेक्टेड शेअर्स टू दीज ॲप्लिकंट्स, मीन्स दिस कॅटेगरी. सेकंड कॅटेगरीचे ते शेअर होल्डर्स आहेत, त्यांनी 7 लाखासाठी ॲप्लिकेशन केलं होतं, त्यांना 5 लॅक्स शेअर्स दिलेले आहेत. सो त्यांचे एक्स्ट्रा ॲप्लिकेशन मनी 2 लॅक्स कंपनीकडे आहेत. त्यांनी 7 लाख कंपनीकडे पाठवले होते. कॅपिटल अकाउंटला 5 लाखच ट्रान्सफर झालेत कारण त्यांना 5 लाखच शेअर्स देण्यात आले होते. त्यामुळे डिफरन्स बिटवीन दीज टू अमाऊंट्स विल बी एक्सेस ॲप्लिकेशन मनी ऑफ दीज शेअर होल्डर्स. From this excess application money, this amount will be adjusted to allotment account and nil will be refunded. सगळ्यांना कळलंय? Now, we will prepare second working note, that is calculation of the shareholders arrears. See in the problem. Here is the first shareholder Ashok. Ashok, a shareholder holding 5,000 shares, failed to pay the allotment and call money. This is the shareholder. He is holding 5,000 shares, means company has given 5,000 shares to him. He failed to pay the allotment and call money. So first we have to calculate allotment money not paid by Ashok. So heading will be calculation of allotment money not paid by Ashok. Okay, calculation of allotment money not paid by Ashok. Shares allotted to him were 5,000. It is given in the problem. Now first we have to calculate, first step will be calculation of shares applied. त्याला 5,000 शेअर्स अलॉट केलेत म्हणजे त्याने ॲप्लिकेशन जास्त शेअर्ससाठी केलेलं असणार आहे. बिकॉज देर इज प्रो रेटा अलॉटमेंट. सो वी हॅव टू कॅल्क्युलेट शेअर्स अप्लाइड टू अशोक, अप्लाइड बाय अशोक. ओके, 2 मेथड्स मी तुम्हाला दाखवले आहेत. मी पुन्हा एकदा दोन्ही मेथड्सनी करून दाखवणार आहे. प्रो रेटा रेशो इज 7:5, म्हणजे 7 शेअर्ससाठी ॲप्लिकेशन केलं आहे त्यांना 5 शेअर्स देण्यात आलेले आहेत. So here I will write allotted and applied. When 5 shares, as per this ratio, when 5 shares were allotted, 7 shares were applied. So 5 shares were allotted, 7 shares were applied. Then when 5,000 shares were allotted, how much shares will be applied? 5,000 divided by 5 into 7. So it is 7,000 shares. This is the one method from which we can calculate the shares applied by Ashok by taking into consideration the pro rata ratio. Okay. Now the second method. This is the method I have explained in earlier video, that is the method of a specific formula. The formula is shares applied is equal to total shares applied divided by total shares allotted into shares allotted to the shareholder, that is to Ashok in this case. Ashok. Okay, so is equal to total shares applied were 7 lakhs, total shares allotted were 5 lakhs, into shares allotted to Ashok were 5,000. After cancelling these zeros, 5 ones are 5, 5 ones are 5, 1000 into 7 means 7,000 shares. So answer will be same by using this method also. You can use any method which is easy to you. Okay, now here we have calculated the shares applied by Mr. Ashok. Ashok has applied for 7,000 shares and the company has allotted to him 5,000 shares. आपण हे तोंडी पण काढू शकतो बघा. हे तोंडी आपण कसं काढू शकतो बघा. रेशो इज 7:5. म्हणजे 7,000 शेअर्ससाठी ॲप्लिकेशन केले त्यांना 7 लाख शेअर्ससाठी ॲप्लिकेशन केले त्यांना 5 लाख शेअर्स दिलेत. म्हणजेच 7,000 ॲप्लिकेशन केले असतील त्यांना 5,000 शेअर्स दिलेले असतील. याला 5,000 अलॉट केलेत म्हणजेच त्याचे शेअर्स 7,000 असणार आहेत. हे आपण तोंडी काढू शकतो पण प्रत्येक प्रॉब्लेममध्ये आपण तोंडी सोडू शकत नाही. सो वी हॅव टू फॉलो धिस मेथड टू कॅल्क्युलेट द शेअर्स अप्लाइड बाय द shareholder, defaulter shareholder. Okay, now the next step, that is amount not paid by Ashok on allotment. Amount not paid by Ashok on allotment, that is calls in arrears of Ashok. Okay, now allotment money due. Allotment money due will be shares allotted 5,000 into allotment money 2, so it will be 10,000 rupees. Okay, less excess application money of Mr. Ashok. त्यांनी 7,000 शेअर्ससाठी अप्लाय केलं होतं, त्याला 5,000 शेअर्स दिलेत म्हणजे 2,000 ॲप्लिकेशन्स फॉर 2,000 शेअर्स विल बी एक्सेस. सो 2,000 इंटू ॲप्लिकेशन मनी 1, दॅट इज द अमाऊंट 2,000 विल बी एक्सेस ॲप्लिकेशन मनी रिसिव्ड बाय अशोक ॲट द टाईम ऑफ ॲप्लिकेशन. सो द अमाऊंट नॉट पेड विल बी ₹8,000. अमाऊंट नॉट पेड बाय हिम will be 8,000 rupees. Understood? Now they told us in the problem that Ashok has not paid the call money also. So call money not paid by Ashok, call money not paid by Ashok, we will calculate this also. Shares allotted were 5,000 shares, first call. 5,000 shares into the first call is ₹3, so 15,000 rupees. And final call 5,000 shares into 4 rupees, so 20,000 rupees. In this way he has not paid first call money ₹15,000 and final call money ₹20,000. Understood? Now see the next part. They told us that Mohan, a shareholder who had applied for 7,000 shares, failed to pay the first and second and final call. Means this shareholder Mohan has not paid first call money and final call money. He has applied for 7,000 shares. Okay, see the ratio as the ratio is 7:5. He has applied for 7,000 shares, so the company is allotted him 5,000 shares. 5,000 शेअर्स त्याला अलॉट केलेले असणार आहेत. आपण फॉर्म्युला वापरून सुद्धा ते कॅल्क्युलेशन करू शकतो, पण ते करण्याची गरज नाही. आपल्याला रेशो दिसतोय. त्यांनी 7,000 शेअर्ससाठी ॲप्लिकेशन केलं आहे म्हणजे त्याला 5,000 शेअर्स अलॉट झालेले असणार आहेत. ओके, सो हिअर मोहन calculation of Mohan. Now they told us that Mohan failed to pay first call and final call. मोहननी 7,000 शेअर्ससाठी अप्लाय केलेलं असलं, त्याचे 2,000 शेअर्सवरचे ऑब्व्हियसली ॲप्लिकेशन मनी एक्सेस असणार आहे, पण ते अलॉटमेंटबरोबर ॲडजस्ट केलेलं असणार आहे ऑलरेडी. सो त्याचा हिशोब इथे काहीही होणार नाही. समजते तुम्हाला? बिकॉज ही हॅज पेड द अलॉटमेंट मनी, म्हणजे त्याचे 2,000 एक्सेस ॲप्लिकेशन मनी होते आणि वरचे जे होते ते त्यांनी ऑलरेडी भरले होते. पण ही हॅज नॉट पेड फर्स्ट कॉल अँड फायनल कॉल. सो वी हॅव टू कॅल्क्युलेट मोहन द कॉल मनी नॉट पेड. ओके, कॉल मनी not paid. We have to calculate call money not paid by Mohan. So on first call, 5,000 into 3, that is 15,000 rupees, and final call money not paid, 5,000 into 4, that is 20,000. Just like the first shareholder, this second shareholder Mohan has not paid 15,000 on first call, 20,000 on final call. Understood? In this way we have prepared all the working notes here. Now from these working notes we will pass the journal entries here. I will keep this working note here handy so that I can explain you the amounts from this working note. Now see the problem. We all know that first entry will be about application money received. So application money received on 8 lakhs shares. Okay, so the entry will be bank account debit to share application account 8 lakh rupees, because the application money is rupee 1. Okay, so bank account debit to equity share application account, amount is 8 lakh. Narration: application money received on 8 lakhs shares at rupee 1 each. This will be the narration in detail. This is the first entry. Okay, now the second entry will be of application money adjusted. So see the working note. Application money received is 8 lakhs as discussed in first entry. Now adjustment of this amount: application money on 5 lakhs shares will be transferred to capital account. Okay, excess application money, from excess application money 3 lakhs, 1 lakh will be refunded and 2 lakhs will be transferred to capital account. Understood? टोटल 8 लाख रुपये मिळालेत, त्यातले 5 lakhs रुपीज कॅपिटल अकाउंटला जातील, उरले 3 lakhs. या 3 lakhsपैकी 1 लाखाचे शेअर्स रिजेक्ट केल्यामुळे 1 लाख रुपये रिफंड दिला जाईल आणि उरलेले 2 लाख रुपये अलॉटमेंट मनी बरोबर ॲडजस्ट केले जातील. ओके, सो द सेकंड एंट्री नाव: इक्विटी शेअर ॲप्लिकेशन अकाउंट डेबिट $8 lakhs to equity share capital account 5 lakhs to equity share allotment account 2 lakhs to bank account 1 lakh. Okay, so application money adjusted and money on rejected applications refunded. This will be the narration. This is the second entry. Now the third entry. Third entry will be of allotment money due. So equity share allotment account debit to equity share capital account. See here, this is the entry of allotment money due. Total allotment money due will be 10 lakhs. So this is the entry of 10 lakhs. Allotment money due. Now the third entry. This entry will be of allotment money received. आपल्याला माहिती आहे, we can solve this entry by using Colson arrears account or without using Colson arrears account. I will show both the entries here. Third entry will be of allotment money received. So bank account debit to equity share allotment account. This will be the first type of entry or entry. पहिल्यांदा मी एंट्रीज दाखवते आणि नंतर तुम्हाला अमाउंट्स काढायचे कशा ते सांगते. दिस एंट्री विल बी बँक अकाउंट डेबिट, Colson arrears account debit, to equity share allotment account. Okay, this will be the entry. Now see here, allotment money due was rupees 10 lakhs. From that amount 2 lakhs were already adjusted because excess application money is already adjusted. So now the amount receivable is rupees 8 lakh. Understood? From that 8 lakh rupees, this shareholder, that is Mr. Ashok, has not paid rupees 8,000 here. Okay, so the actual received amount on allotment will be 7,92,000 only. Understood? So here bank account debit 7,92,000 to equity share allotment account 7,92,000. Here we have deducted the Colson arrears from total amount 8 lakhs and I have written the amount. Okay. Now in this entry we will show Colson arrears also. So bank account debit 7,92,000, that is the amount received in bank by the company. Colson arrears were rupees 8,000. To equity share allotment account will be 8 lakhs. Either pass this entry or pass this entry. Don't pass both the entries. I have shown you these both the entries so that तुम्हाला जी सोपी पडेल ती एंट्री तुम्ही करू शकता. कोणती तरी एकच एंट्री करायची आहे. ओके. सो अलॉटमेंट मनी रिसीव्ड नॅरेशन ऑन टोटल 5 लाख शेअर्स आहेत, त्यातले 5,000 शेअर्सवरचे अशोकचे पैसे मिळालेले नाही आहेत. सो इट मीन्स वी हॅव रिसिव्ड द अमाऊंट द मनी ऑन that is the allotment money on 4,95,000 shares. Understood? This is the this is the fourth entry of allotment money received. Now the fifth entry. Now the fifth entry will be of first call money due. So the entry will be equity share first call account debit to equity share capital account. Equity share first call account debit to equity share capital account. First call money due. Okay. Now first call money is due on 5 lakh shares and the first call is rupees 3. So 5 lakhs into rupees 3, that is 15 lakhs. So first call money due will be 15 lakhs. तुम्हाला कळण्यासाठी तुम्ही इथे लिहू पण शकता फर्स्ट कॉल मनी ड्यू ऑन 5 lakhs equity shares at ₹3 each. Okay, this is the detailed narration. Now the sixth entry. This entry will be of first call money received. Again, in first call money there are calls in arrears. See here, Ashok has not paid on first call 15,000 and Mohan has not paid 15,000. Means total 30,000 rupees are calls in arrears. We will pass the entry without calls in arrears and with calls in arrears. Okay, so without calls in arrears the entry will be bank account debit to equity share first call account, to equity shares first call account. As from 15 lakhs we have not received 30 lakhs, so 14 lakhs 70,000 will be the amount received by the company. Okay, so we'll pass here first or entry, that is with calls in arrears. The entry will be bank account debit 14 lakhs 70,000, calls in arrears account debit 30,000. Here we are using calls in arrears account to equity share first call account 15 lakhs. Okay, so here we have shown calls in arrears. Now narration. First call money received on 4,90,000 shares, because Ashok's 5,000 shares, Mohan's 5,000 shares, total 10,000 shares are amount on 10,000 shares are in calls in arrears. So 4,90,000 शेअर्सवरचे कॉल मनी रिसीव्ह झालेत. किंवा आपण असंही लिहू शकतो फर्स्ट कॉल मनी रिसीव्ड एक्सेप्ट ऑन 10,000 शेअर्स, म्हणजे 10,000 शेअर्स शिवाय बाकीचे पैसे मिळाले, म्हणजे 4,90,000 शेअर्सवरचा फर्स्ट कॉल मनी मिळाला. दिस इज द मिनिंग ऑफ दिस नरेशन. ओके, नाउ द सेवन्थ एंट्री. Seventh entry will be of final call money due. So the entry will be second and final call account debit to equity share capital account. नुसतं फायनल कॉल म्हटलं तरी चालेल. फायनल कॉल मनी ड्यू on, again the final call money due is on 5 lakh shares. पुन्हा 5 लाख शेअर्सवरचेच पैसे ड्यू दाखवले जाणार आहेत. याचं कारण शेअर्स अजून फॉरफिट केलेले नाहीत. जर कॉल्स इन आरियर्स नंतर शेअर्स फॉरफिट केलेले असतील तर ते शेअर्स वजा करून उरलेल्या शेअर्सवरचे पैसे ड्यू दाखवले जातात. कळतं आहे? सो फायनल कॉल मनी ड्यू ऑन 5 लाख शेअर्स ॲट ₹4 each. So amount will be 20 lakhs. Again the eighth entry will be of calls in arrears. See here, Ashok has not paid ₹20,000 on final call. Mohan has not paid ₹20,000 on final call. It means from 20 lakhs, from the ₹20 lakhs, we have received only 19 lakhs 60,000. Okay, so again we will pass both the entries. Bank account debit to equity share final call account. This is the entry without using the account calls in arrears. So amount will be directly 19 lakh 60,000, 19 lakhs 60,000. Or you can pass bank account debit 19 lakh 60,000, calls in arrears account debit 40,000 to equity share final call account 20 lakhs. Okay, and now narration. Final call money received. Final call money received on 4,90,000 shares, or you can write final call money received except 10,000 shares. Understood? So we have completed all the entries of calls, that is up to final call. We'll pass next entry here, 9th entry. Okay, now see the problem. They told us that all the shares were forfeited. Okay, so we will pass the entry of forfeiture here. तुम्हाला कळण्यासाठी मी दोन्ही शेअर होल्डरचे फॉरफिचरच्या एंट्रीज वेगवेगळ्या करून दाखवते. हवे असतील तर एकत्रही आपण एंट्रीज करू शकतो. अर्थातच प्रॉब्लेममध्ये काय सांगितले बघा. दे टोल्ड अस दॅट शेअर्स ऑफ अशोक अँड मोहन वेर फॉरफिटेड. सो विल पास द एंट्री ऑफ फॉरफ्यूचर. एंट्री of forfeiture. I am writing this for your better understanding. The entry will be equity share capital account debit. We all know what is the entry. Equity share capital account debit to forfeited shares account to equity share allotment account to equity share first call account to equity share final call account. Okay, in this way you have to pass the journal entry. Now here see, this entry is of Mr. Ashok. अशोकची एंट्री वेगळी करते मी आणि नंतर दुसऱ्या शेअर होल्डरची एंट्री करते. इक्विटी शेअर कॅपिटल अकाउंट डेबिट. हिअर वी विल डेबिट टू कॅपिटल अकाउंट द कॉल्ड अप अमाउंट अँड forfeited shares. 5,000 forfeited shares into 10 rupees called up amount. So equity share capital account will be debited by 50,000 rupees. To forfeited shares account. Forfeited shares account means amount already paid by Mr. Ashok. Amount already paid by Mr. Ashok is only application money, that is rupees 1 per share, and he has applied for 7,000 shares. So 7,000 into 1, this will be the amount already paid by him. So amount forfeited will be rupees 7,000. Okay, now his calls in arrears on allotment rupees 8,000. We have already calculated it, that is the amount not paid by Ashok on allotment 8,000. On first call it is 15,000 and on final call it will be 20,000. Okay, this entry of forfeiture is without using calls in arrears account. If you have used calls in arrears account method, then you have to pass this entry. Okay, equity share capital account debit 50,000 to forfeited shares account to calls in arrears account. forfeited shares account 7,000, and Colsinarius account will be total of Colsinarius in allotment, Colsinarius in first call, and Colsinarius in final call. Okay, so it will be 43,000. And narration where 5,000 shares forfeited for non-payment of allotment and call money. त्याचे शेअर्स फॉरफिट करण्यात आलेले आहेत. ओके, ही झाली अशोकची शेअर फॉरफिचरची एंट्री. नाव वी विल पास द एंट्री ऑफ Mr. Mohan's forfeited shares. Okay, so let's pass the entry. The entry will be same, but Mohan has not paid only first call and final call, so equity share allotment account will not be credited in this entry. So the entry will be equity share capital account debit, in case of Mohan also 5,000 shares were forfeited, so 5,000 into 10, that is 50,000 to forfeited shares account or share forfeiture account. To forfeited shares account, here the number of shares into the amount already paid by the shareholder. Mr. Mohan has paid application money ₹1 and allotment money ₹2, means total ₹3 he has paid on his 5,000 shares. So 5,000 into 3, this is the amount already paid by him to the company, which is forfeited. So forfeited shares account will be 15,000. To share first call account, amount will be 15,000. We have already calculated this. To share final call account, amount will be 20,000, which is already calculated. Okay, or if you use Colsinarius method, then you have to pass this type of entry, that is equity share capital account debit 50,000 to forfeited shares account. To forfeited shares account will be 15,000. To Colsinarius account will be total of these Colsinarius, that is ₹35,000. And the narration will be 5,000 shares of Mohan forfeited for non-payment of first and final call money. Now you write the narration here. I don't have space here. This is a big problem. You have to write narration of 10th entry. Now I will directly pass 11th entry. See, in the problem they told us that 8,000 shares were reissued as fully paid up. Okay, see the sentence in the problem of the forfeited shares. Total 10,000 shares are forfeited, 5,000 of Ashok and 5,000 of Mohan. Out of these shares, 8,000 shares were reissued at ₹12 per share fully paid up. Means these shares were fully reissued at ₹12, that is they are reissued at premium. Understood? So we will pass the entry of reissue. The entry will be bank account debit, ₹8,000 shares reissued into, they are reissued at ₹12, so the amount will be 96,000. To equity share capital account, 8,000 shares into 10, that is the face value, will be 80,000. To security premium reserve account, 16,000, that is 8,000 shares into rupees 2 premium. Okay, so 8,000 forfeited shares reissued at rupees 12 each as fully paid up. This is the narration, okay, of entry of reissue. And now the last entry, that is 12th entry. This 12th entry will be of capital gain on reissue will be transferred to capital reserve account. So the entry will be forfeited shares account debit to capital reserve account, gain in reissue of shares transferred to capital reserve account. This will be the narration. And now the amount. Calculating the amount transferred to capital reserve is a little bit confusing. I will show the working note here. Okay, see, in case of Ashok, his forfeited shares were rupees 5,000, and see in this entry, in case of Ashok, his forfeited shares account amount is 7,000. Okay, they told us that 8,000 shares were forfeited. From those shares, all Ashok shares were forfeited and reissued. Okay, 8,000 शेअर्स रिइश्यू करण्यात आलेले आहेत. त्या 8,000मध्ये अशोकचे सगळे शेअर्स आहेत असं त्यांनी आपल्याला सांगितलंय. बघा प्रॉब्लेममध्ये 8,000 shares were reissued at rupees 12 per share fully paid up. The reissued shares included all the forfeited shares of Mr. अशोक. म्हणजे अशोकचे सगळे शेअर्स त्याच्यामध्ये आहेत रिइश्यू केलेले. आणि रिइश्यू केलेले शेअर्स हे सिक्युरिटी प्रीमियमला रिझर्वला रिइश्यू केलेले असल्यामुळे अशोकच्या 7,000 रुपीज फॉरफिटेड अमाऊंटमधले कोणतीही अमाऊंट रिइश्यूमध्ये यूज झालेली नाही आहे, बिकॉज डिस्काउंट इज नॉट गिवन टू द शेअर होल्डर. ओके, सो अशोक्स फॉरफिटेड अमाऊंट 7,000. This is full capital gain. Now Mohan's shares forfeited were rupees 5,000 and his reissued amount is 15,000. So this amount is on 5,000 shares. ही अमाऊंट 5,000 शेअर्स त्याचे जे फॉरफिट केलेले आहेत त्याच्यावरची अमाऊंट आहे. कळते तुम्हाला? आता टोटल 8,000 शेअर्स रिइश्यू केलेले आहेत. त्यातले अशोकचे सगळे शेअर्स आहेत, म्हणजे 5,000 शेअर्स आहेत अशोकचे, बरोबर आहे. म्हणजे 3,000च शेअर्स असणार आहेत मोहनचे. लक्षात येतं आहे? म्हणजे आपल्याला 3,000 शेअर्सची फॉरफिटेड अमाऊंट काढायला हवी. ती कशी काढायची आहे बघा. मोहन टोटल फॉरफिटेड अमाऊंट डिवायडेड बाय नंबर ऑफ शेअर्स फॉरफिटेड. असं केल्यानंतर आपल्याला पर शेअर फॉरफिटेड अमाऊंट कळेल, बरोबर आहे. म्हणजे टोटल फॉरफिटेड अमाऊंट 15,000 डिवायडेड बाय नंबर ऑफ शेअर्स फॉरफिटेड 5,000. सो ₹3 rupees is the per share forfeited amount, and his shares reissued 3,000. So 3,000 into per share forfeited amount ₹3. So his amount will be 9,000. So total amount will be 9 plus 7, that is 16,000. 16,000 will be the capital gain from this reissue. तुम्हाला कळतंय का बघा. अशोकची फॉरफिटेड अमाऊंट 7,000 आहे. त्याचे सगळे शेअर्स रिइश्यू केलेत, त्यामुळे ती सगळी अमाऊंट कॅपिटल गेन आहे, बिकॉज शेअर्स आर रिइश्यूड ॲट सिक्युरिटी प्रीमियम. मोहनचे टोटल शेअर्स 5,000 फॉरफिट केलेत, पण 3,000च रिइश्यू केलेले आहेत. रिइश्यू हे रिइश्यूड शेअर्स आहेत, समजतंय. 3,000च रिइश्यू केलेत म्हणजे 3,000 वरच त्याला प्रॉफिट झालेला असणार आहे रिइश्यूमुळे. उरलेले शेअर त्याचे तसेच फॉर्फिटेड म्हणून पडू देत कंपनीकडे. कळतं आहे? सो आपण 3,000 वरची फॉर्फिटेड अमाऊंट काढायची आणि ती कॅपिटल गेन म्हणून दाखवायची. ती कशी काढली आहे तर टोटल फॉर्फिटेड अमाऊंट 15,000 आहे, डिवायडेड बाय 5,000 शेअर्स फॉर्फिट झालेत, म्हणजे पर शेअर फॉर्फिटेड अमाऊंट ₹3. रिइश्यू शेअर्स 3,000. 3,000 इंटू 3, 3,000 इंटू 3, 9,000 will be his forfeited amount on reissued shares, which is capital gain of the company. So total gain on all the shares will be 16,000 and 16,000 rupees will be transferred to capital reserve account. Understood? Okay. Please, this problem is a little big problem. Please study the problem properly and ask me if any doubt is there. Okay, that's all for today.